What's up everyone, it's Joe at Impact Strength and Conditioning. Just a video for you today about high intensity interval training. Going to try and break it down, explain to you guys exactly what it is, exactly what it is not, and why has it become such a blanket term for random gym circuits. So we'll get into the details. So if we break it down first, looking at what the terms actually mean, the language is really important here, because if we don't understand what the terms mean, we can just throw it around and it can just mean anything then. Yeah. So high intensity interval training. So if we look at the high intensity aspect of it first off, it's really interesting to see what that might look like on an X and Y graph. So if we have a look at intensity on this side, so intensity going up, and let's say our max intensity here at sort of 95 to 100% of our max, and then let's say our recovery at around 40% of our max output. Okay, along the bottom side here we've got time, and if we say time running along the bottom here, anything from kind of short duration, 0 to 30 seconds, all the way up to 60 plus minutes. So time and intensity have an inverse relationship. So as the intensity goes up, the amount of time you can handle that intensity is going to go down rapidly. Okay, so if we look at 95 to 100% max output, okay, your output's very different to your effort. If we would say to you, right, okay, we're going to do a 100-meter sprint. Let's take Usain Bolt for an example. 100-meter sprint, bang. Okay, 9 seconds on his record, 9.6 something. If we say to Usain Bolt, okay, apply that same intensity, high intensity, and I want you to do a marathon. He's not going to be able to maintain that high intensity. The intensity is always going to drop down. So if we take that from a high intensity interval perspective, if we can only handle that high intensity for kind of 0 to let's say max 30 seconds at our absolute max effort output, after that our energy systems deplete, our fatigue takes over, the quality of our work's going to nosedive, and we're just going to slow down. We can't maintain that level of output, that high intensity for any longer than absolute max 30 seconds. Then the intensity starts to drop down. These are physiological things that we can't fight, these are real. So when we're doing a workout that's 4 minutes without a rest, is that high intensity? Usain Bolt can't handle it for more than 20, 25, maybe 30 seconds max. So what's to say you can handle it for 4 minutes? It's no longer high intensity if the duration goes beyond 30 seconds. Really important to understand that. And you might think, oh, I'm working really hard in my random gym circuit session. It must be HIIT, it must be high intensity interval training because I'm working so hard. A marathon's hard. Can we all agree a marathon is hard? You're not going to run a marathon at high intensity because the duration's too long. The intensity has to drop. You're not going to run your marathon at your 100-meter pace. You're going to have to reduce the intensity from high to a lower intensity. Yeah, so when we're looking at interval training at high intensity, it's short duration and it's max output. I don't care if it feels hard. Yeah, you're doing 100 wall balls, it feels hard, but you're not working at your absolute max output. You're going to have to water that effort down to get through the duration, because no one on the planet can handle working at this level of output for longer than this amount of time. Okay, what about the interval training aspect to it then? So when we're working at these high outputs, let's say 95 to 100%, our work to rest ratio needs to be a minimum 1 to 3. So the amount of work we put in, let's say it's max 30 seconds on your work phase. So our rest phase is going to have to be at least 1 minute 30. That's so the phosphocreatine can rebuild within your muscles, and we've got the energy to bang, go again and put that high output there. If our rest period is either non-existent because you're doing an AMRAP, or the rest period's so damn small, or you're doing a 1 kilometre run as hard as you can in your rest period, then we're not following interval training. We're not getting the best out of this 1 to 3 rest to work ratio. Yeah, we need to be really intelligent when we're working with intervals, how exactly we're structuring them so we're getting the best out of the training. And if we want to tap into this high intensity interval training modality, we really need to be paying attention to our work to rest ratios. So really important we follow those. The last word in there is training. Every time we turn up to these HIIT sessions that we've kind of hopefully explained that the blanket term for HIIT, if we don't understand what high intensity interval training is, we'll just call anything HIIT because we don't understand it. So a random gym circuit that's however many calories on an air bike into 1,000 wall balls, a little run round here, we're going to do some really light deadlifts for what reason I'm not entirely sure. We're going to have no rest, 45 seconds on each station, 10 times round, quick breather to get a drink and then bang, go again. It's a random gym circuit. It's not high intensity interval training. It's not following the correct intensity for high intensity and time. It's also not following the work to rest. So is it really training? Training and exercise are two separate things. Training is implying that we're working towards something. We're trying to get a physical adaptation from the training we're doing that's going to improve something and get us better. Random gym circuit is going to burn you a load of calories, keep you entertained because it's a little bit different every week. This is exercise. This is not something that's building you up or trying to develop a high intensity model, tapping into any specific work to rest ratio or energy system. It's just random. It's not training, it's exercise. So why is everyone calling it HIIT then? And again, I don't think it's necessarily something that we're calling everyone out on here and saying, oh, training's wrong, you shouldn't be doing this. Adherence is the number one thing. If going to a random gym circuit makes you keep going to random gym circuits and you enjoy it, fantastic. But can we call it what it is? Can we just call it a random gym circuit? Why are we calling it HIIT when it's not? You go to a car dealership, the car dealer tries selling you a tractor and you're going for a car, you stood there looking at the tractor going, I'm here for a car, this is a tractor. It's unacceptable, isn't it? But in the fitness industry, all right, I'm coming to get in shape for a marathon, whatever it might be. Oh, HIIT training, yes, HIIT training, let's go. And someone shows you a random gym circuit. It's like, hang on a minute, that's not HIIT, that's a random gym circuit. Yeah, tractor's a tractor, car's a car. Can we please call things what they are?